Hi, this is Stephen Gandolfi coming to you once again from the tasting room here at Westport Whiskey and Wine to talk to you about this week's flight. Before that, there is one tasting that we have this week. I'm filming this a little ahead of time. On July 30th. On July 30th, we will be having a wine tasting with Bob Damron of Unti Wines. At this time, there are still seats open. Please check our website to see if that's still accurate. We should also have some more events coming up for this week. Friday night, a little plug for the Village. We will be doing the Westport Village concert series. Speed Limit will be playing from 6 to 8. So come sit out in the parking lot and get drunk in public in a very sanctioned way. It's okay. On to this week's flight. We are doing all cask finished bourbons, which means they're not technically bourbons, but we'll just skip right past that. Starting off here with 86.6 proof, Angel's Envy. 4-year-old, 18% rye bourbon, finished in port barrels. I think this is one that everybody knows. Rich, fruity, very easy drinking whiskey. From there, we'll move on to Issac Bowman. Now, if you remember a couple weeks ago when we did the Buffalo Trace mash bill investigation, we did the regular Bowman Brothers. Now, this is that same whiskey, but finished in port barrels. And this might be a sweeter, smoother expression of that other whiskey. If you did come in and try it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But this is really just, almost candied fruit on the palate. Just easy drinking, delicious whiskey. Third, Legent. And it is apparently pronounced Legent and not Legend. This is an internal collaboration for Beam Suntory. Fred No distilled a base beam distillate, and then they finished a third of it in Cabernet barrels, a third of it in sherry barrels, and with a third of it unfinished. Then Shinji Fukuyo, I could be mispronouncing that, who is the master blender for Suntory, came in, blended those three whiskeys together, and created this very interesting take on blended bourbon. Very fruit forward, perhaps the most fruit forward of all of these. Richly nuanced whiskey. If you haven't had a chance to try it since it came into the market a couple months ago, really come down and try it in this flight. I think not only is it a good addition to this lineup, it's just something that you should give it a shot. We'll finish up here with Barrell Dovetail. So typically the Barrell whiskeys are a blend of Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. This is a little bit different. I might mess this up, but if I remember right, it's a 10-year Indiana bourbon finished in port barrels, and then an 11-year Tennessee finished in rum and then Cabernet barrels. Either way, we've got 3 finishes operating in this whiskey as well. And of all of them, the rum to me really plays the most, especially on the nose. There's molasses, there's kind of like raisins, sultana kind of raisin character, and then the body itself, rich, kind of chocolatey, brown sugary notes, a little bit of dried fruit kind of character in there as well. But a very compelling whiskey, and it is cask strength too, so it definitely jumps up here at the end. But anyway, that is this week's flight. Typically it would be 23.32 this week. Do 12 again this week, I think. So come on down and try some cask finished bourbons this week.